Hey guys, Chris and PJ here live in our favorite place on earth, the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Hello, Christopher.
Hello,
Beautiful
PJ.
Monday.
Beautiful Monday. And as promised, we have a special guest with us today through the magic of modern technology. And that is Richard Haas and his daughter Nancy, all the way from out on the western part of the country. They'll be joining us today. If you watched us last week, you'll recall that Richard is the Oldsmobile engineer, retired Oldsmobile engineer, who bought his W30 442, brand new back in the day. Had it special ordered, had all the inside information on what to get, what not to get, and then Oldsmobile treated him right, and he treated Oldsmobile right by taking it drag racing back in '67. Richard, thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Part two, we're going to have a lot of fun things to talk about. And we were chatting earlier today, and I had asked you, was this a dollar car? And by dollar car, the OEs were known back in the day for giving racers cars for $1. So I'm going to ask you to answer that question first.
I'm not really hearing.
He said, was that a $1 car? Did you buy it from the original equipment manufacturer for $1?
No. I was well. Oldsmobile employees were able to order a new car, and it had to be driven for X amount of miles, and then we could buy it, and
At a discounted rate, yeah.
discounted rate. And so they sent it right out to the proving grounds, and we actually used the vehicle in some of the testing of the air intake to the carburetor for cool air. And I got to play with it and even take it home, But until it was time to, I think it was 2,000, wasn't it 2,000 miles they had to put on before you
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. And then when I got to 2,000 miles on it, then I could do anything I wanted to it. It was mine.
And you took it racing, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
you talked to us about wheelies last week. Could the automatic 442 do a wheelie like the 4-speeds?
We had little 25-pound bags of lead. And sometimes, we would disconnect the front shock and put a bit of weight in the trunk as far back as we could get it, and you could get a little wheelie out of them. We didn't do much of that, but it was kind of fun at times. People wondered what in the world is going on with that. But
Now, is it true that Oldsmobile built 2 consecutive serial number W30s for NHRA racing, one a 4-speed and this one the automatic? And I'm talking specifically about 1967.
I didn't understand that. I'm
said-
not hearing really.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Were there 2 consecutive cars, a 4-speed and an automatic in '67 for drag
yes.
racing?
Yeah.
They built one and then the other, 2 consecutive, yep.
Yep.
And did you get both, or did you only get the automatic? And if so, why?
I only got the automatic, and the reason was that they were still experimenting, and test engineers were down interested in the air induction. And they had air induction in the vehicle the year before. And when this car came along, or this year vehicle came along, it had a lot of work done to it. And if you look at where it's located, it looks pretty nice and more effective than what they had in 1966. Got a little more air to the carburetor.
Now, how did this Oldsmobile fare on the tracks to your, let's say, the other GM divisions? Let's say to the GTO or the Chevelle or any of those cars. How did the Oldsmobile perform?
Oh, we we held our own and more, and we we competed, and Chevrolet competed, but uh, I normally was just at a drag strip where it was just ordinary people, but with whatever they had in the same grouping, I ran those classes, but we did uh, the hydromatic engineer uh, wanted to get some information, and so they put a 6-speed in it for me, and we did a little work with the air induction, and I did a little more work when I had a 66 stick shift, but you know the air induction on this car works so much better than the 66.
This is great. And you worked on that air induction program?
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah,
Any other
yeah,
parts of that W30 program that you were directly involved in 1967?
yeah. I was advanced to what they call special test. So you run a lot of economy and performance and brakes. Everything to simulate what the driver is going to be. No matter what kind of driver, we would try to simulate everything. The vehicles would be run 25,000 miles. If you're going to have a test car, they'd run 25,000, or no, 2,000 mile. No, it was 25,000 miles on a schedule. And, they evaluate along the way. But there was an interest in that car, or in the car we're talking about, because we actually put the six speed in there, and there weren't any real 6 speeds around that I know of other than that one.
So we have a comment. Looks like a real sleeper. It certainly is. Did you have a little bit of fun on Woodward Avenue in this,
Ever consider
in this
what?
car? Did you have some fun on Woodward Avenue in this car?
Um, every place I went with it when I was driving it, I had fun with it.
Okay.
And
Why black? Why'd you choose the color black? Is there a story
I
behind
just
it?
like I just like that color. The car I had before was white, and it just didn't attract uh, me, and I don't think it attracted too many people. I think the black was just a classy car, and
Okay.
I know that the color black will absorb more heat, etc. But that thing would overcome most any problem that come by.
There you go. I'm having
Yeah.
PJ show the 442 emblem on that driver's side fender right there. And in 1964, that meant 4 barrel, 4 on the floor, and dual exhaust. Now, these days, we're getting a little bit of some people who weren't there who said, how can a 442 from 1967 have an automatic transmission? Back in the
Well,
day, did people uh, ever push back on you and say it's not a real 442 because it's got an automatic transmission?
no, I never had anybody question that at all. And they build vehicles to get out on the road, and we never even had NHRA never ever said anything except when I wanted to run the 6 speed. I had to I had to talk with them, of course, and tell them about our plans. We just wanted to get some information on performance, and so we would get on the line, get the light, and do our quarter mile, and we even if we won by 3 car lengths, didn't mean anything, you know. But then I'd go ahead and compete with the regular transmission, and it was a lot of fun, and it actually held its own and more in the competition that I was involved with.
Hi, Richard. I'm going to show a picture of the instrument panel here. And
All
this
right.
442 is equipped with the rally gauges, and that includes, it's not a TikTok tack, but that tack is in the center there. Is that the
Yeah.
tack that you raced with, or did you put another tack right here on the steering column?
No, I raced with the factory, all the factory stuff. I don't know if that's the same tack that was in there when I had the car. It's been a long time ago, but
Yeah, of course. And tell me,
yeah.
where do you use to shift? What RPM would you shift at?
Oh, it's hard to remember exactly, but we ran different gear ratios in the differential. Uh, so, but it would get up around, I don't know, I think 65 or 6 is what we figured was the best
And
for,
did you,
you know, we tried different ratios, and I can't remember which one we used, and I really can't remember the exact uh, uh, speed that we crossed the line. But
and
we were very competitive. This,
Did you pull down low and then hand shift from the three gears, or did you let the turbo? Did you set up the turbo 400 to shift where you set it to?
yeah, I shifted it where I wanted to shift it.
Good. So you put your hand just like I'm doing now. You put your hand on the column. You brought it down low, and then you knew when you wanted to put it into second and third.
Yeah, and I don't remember the exact RPM but we did
That's
some
okay.
work with that.
And we noticed this is a postcard. Is
I
that
didn't understand.
did you always race post A bodies
Did you always
for
race post
for
Ava
Oldsmobile? Were they
with
always
that?
post two doors?
I think so. I think the car's just like it was when I bought it.
Okay. Now here's a fun question.
I don't know. I can't tell from the picture, but
Yeah.
is that chrome around there now?
Yep. Well, yeah, you can
Yeah,
see you've got the
yeah,
post here separating it.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's the
yeah,
same.
yeah.
Okay.
I
Sounds
was that
good.
a production item?
Oh, yeah. Well, it is a postcard. We know that it is.
Yeah,
So
but that's
here,
not there's nothing aftermarket there,
No.
is there?
no, no.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's a fun question for you. Back in the day, it was pretty common to get a payment coupon for like maybe 36 months or whatever. Do you remember how much your payment was a month on the card? I'm sure our audience would get a kick out of
No,
knowing.
but it back in those days, it was all I could afford. I'll tell you that.
Okay, and I'll tell you what. Let's see if we got any other questions, PJ, or we're going to wrap it
Oh,
up for today.
other
All
than
right.
Alan saying that the black is the sweet ride, yeah.
Yeah, definitely a
Yeah.
sweet ride. And again, we're working. We'd love to have you back with us live on another day. We'll talk more about that. Everybody, I
All
hope
right.
you've enjoyed Richard Haas, the GM Oldsmobile engineer from the Milford Proving Grounds. His personal vehicle, he bought it new, and it is now such a holy grail of the entire muscle car era. Richard, you're an incredible person, and thank you so much for joining PJ and me here today in the Dream Giveaway Garage. Everybody, we'll see you tomorrow. A lot going on this week, including we're going to announce the winner for the Monte Carlo this week. So we'll see you guys tomorrow with more great fun, more great action, more great grand prizes. And get to the website and get your entries to win this Oldsmobile. You'll
Well,
never find another vehicle like it ever. Right, Richard?
I've been calling my friends and my granddaughters. I just spend a little time with them, and pretty much everybody I know is got the information, and whether they buy or a ticket or 20 or whatever, is unknown to me, but they do know about it, and some of them, some of the people that I talked to actually were at the drag strip when I was there several times, you know. So
Okay, Richard, thank you.
yeah,
And Nancy, thank you both so much, everybody. Let's give them a big round
okay.
of applause.
Question: can I buy some tickets?
Yes, you're allowed to get them. I'd love for you to win it.
All right.
And you know what? Even though everybody wants to win it too, I think they'd be tickled pink if you won it. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
All right. You
See
got
ya.
it.
Thanks.